Guys, it's Athena.
And Rory.
This is my beautiful boyfriend Rory, and today we're gonna be making a video, like a couples tag. Finally, after a very long time, he's here on my YouTube channel, and thank you for being here.
Glad to be here.
Um, so yeah, we can start with the
Sure.
how did you guys
Do you want to ask
meet?
the first one?
Or do you want to do? I guess that one first.
Okay,
Just-
so where did we meet?
So technically we met from my YouTube channel many years ago, like 5 years
Almost
ago.
exactly 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
I commented on one of her videos, and then from there we started emailing.
We started emailing. It's so
And then
early 2000s.
Very early 2000s.
We started emailing and
And then from there texting, and then calling, and then
FaceTiming,
and then meeting up in person, and 5 years.
and we've seen each other, back and forth. So he lives in Canada, so we're a long distance relationship. But he lives just right above New York, so
Basically, yeah.
it's not that far. But yeah, so we're long distance. And oh my god. And so embarrassing. Where was our first date?
So official date, I feel like it was
Atavola.
Atavola. Yeah. The official date would have been Atavola up in Canada. It's a fancy restaurant that I quickly learned she's not too big on fancy restaurants, so I don't make that mistake too much. She likes to keep it simple, a very simple girl in that way, in terms of like eating.
I like fast food.
Very much fast food, very much Wendy's instead of fancy stuff. But I think that would have been
like a first official.
like an official, like actual go
Sit
out
down.
proper date. Yes.
Yeah, I tried to slice the olives there. They had fancy olives and like a charcuterie board, and I didn't realize.
Didn't understand that all of that fits. Yeah, it's a very, very memorable experience. But we haven't been back there since. Like, I think for a good reason.
Yeah.
What was your first impression of me?
I loved, well, I loved him. I thought that Rory was really, really handsome. Well, no, I guess.
Okay.
No, because we messaged
good.
each other first. Do you want to cut that?
No, we'll keep it in.
No, so not like that, but we messaged each other first.
Yeah, well, I knew what you looked like obviously right away.
Right.
But it was soon after anyways.
So what I meant to say was I really liked getting to know him right off the bat. I really liked him because we would talk about movies and music and just kind of our connection right off the bat. So I felt really attracted to him right away from those interactions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then he sent his picture and I was like, oh.
And yeah, from my point of view, I know what she looks like right away. But it was I remember that first YouTube video, the first impression was just I just liked how your mind worked with you went on different tangents of every different thing, and very eloquent while doing that. This, I'm finding this hard to even talk for 4 minutes, but you just went for 30 minutes, and obviously very beautiful, the most beautiful woman, which doesn't hurt. But I think I just really loved how you went about approaching different things and how you went on different tangents with it. That was my first impression.
Okay.
Or do you want to do these?
Sure.
First one.
Okay, so he's sitting in front of the TV. What is on the screen? Hockey. Oh my god. Ew, sports.
Got it.
But so Rory loves sports. like so much. Grew up playing, all of that, hockey, but he's also a huge movie buff, so he would definitely be watching something A24 produced. Or some type of maybe like a movie commentary on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Red Letter Media. Red Letter, yep. Yeah. And then for you, I mean, we watched the same thing. It was like that was kind of the big thing that bonded us. I think like we would always just watch the same stuff and like.
But if we weren't, like, if you just walked into a room that I was in,
like TikTok.
No, TikTok.
But I guess on TV, yeah. I mean, like shorter videos. Like it's not a lie.
Joey's World Tour.
Joey's World Tour. A lot of YouTube, I guess. Not so much like proper. But you do watch proper TV shows, so we kind of like share.
Yeah.
This is just the easiest question. You're out to eat. What kind of dressing does she get on her salad? It's ranch. Like specifically, your big thing is ordering a Caesar salad from Wendy's, but instead of the Caesar dressing, the ranch dressing.
Ranch dressing.
Ranch. Like that's just that's a layup.
I feel like you don't mind a Caesar. Like I feel like maybe you would go for a Caesar over a ranch.
Mm-hmm. Or Greek or Caesar. Ranch I like.
You go out to eat and have a drink. What does he order? Well, you like wine, so you would like. I feel like you'd get like. He always like tries to get me to drink like an adult beverage, and I'm always like, no, I just want Coke or something.
It's a lot of Coke Zero.
Coke Zero.
Just Coke Zero.
But he would get a wine, and I feel like you would get like either like kind of like a nice sandwich or a burger or like a steak.
Oh, for food as well. Yeah, I mean you would get, salad kind of everywhere. I feel like you're getting anything, I guess chicken related. Not too much like red meat, I would say. Yeah, more so chicken. Definitely not. There's one. What's the one food she doesn't like? Anyways, fish. Anything seafood.
Anything seafood.
But yeah, I'd say salad for sure is the one thing. Let's see. If she was collecting anything, what would it be? I don't need to answer that one. Barbie. If I have to actually answer it, yes.
Okay.
We've had that discussion. Like I don't collect. Like,
I know.
I'm not a collector of anything.
I would say maybe like movies or games. Or well, you really love board games, so he loves board games, and he kind of likes collecting like unique ones, like ones that are more like story driven.
We've gotten a few that we plan on playing and like haven't
we always
played yet.
Buy it and then
what was I can't remember the one we just got.
It's like kind of some type of like adventure one, but we got one called Fog of Love that was really good.
Yeah, that was really good. Radlands we didn't play.
That was too hard to figure out. Sometimes the really cool ones are hard to figure out. We played a Ouija board together for the first time.
A big thing.
That was scary.
That was good. That's actually one of my most like memorable experiences.
Oh my god!
Because you were like terrified.
I was.
But then it got to a point where it was like we were just like laughing. That was like the hardest like I've ever.
Well, and then I looked up like online or something like, or watched a video like what you should do when you're playing with a Ouija board. Sorry, I know it's hot and like there's all these bugs. The beauty of North Carolina. And it was like you have to have like a white candle, so we didn't have a white candle, so I just played on my phone a YouTube video of a white candle, so I knew it wouldn't go out. But it was really just something else, and nothing happened. Like, people always say like we call it the Kate Blanchett, out of like the actress Kate Blanchett, because it's a planchette. But so yeah, it didn't move, and there was no like paranormal activity or anything. Nothing.
But I think that's what made it, because like we tried to make something
happen
of it, and that's where I think the funniness of it.
I was really disappointed because I feel like people always say like, "Oh, it's moving," but
Like,
it
yeah, when we
didn't.
had it, yeah, it was moving it kind of together and made it more memorable. You want to ask?
What's her favorite music? So for Rory, he's really eclectic like I am. I'd say he likes rap, hip hop. He also really likes like synthwave music like I do. Um, and what else? I mean, Motown. I'd say Motown is like his favorite. We both love Motown music. Anything that's got that like 60s swing.
I mean, with you, similar, like eclectic. Like, she'll surprise me a lot of times with like a random like 60s folk rock song or something like that. But like 80s synthwave for sure. The 1984, anything 1984 related, but specifically the title song by Eurythmics. We've been listening to that a lot, and then Boy Harsher.
We love Boy Harsher so much.
Lost is
Lost, Fate.
and what was the other one? TRST.
Oh,
We listened to
Trust.
that.
Trust.
Thirst a lot.
It's called Candy Walls, and then what's the other? There's another one we like. Oh, Unbleached.
Nice.
That's good.
But yeah, and anything 80s synthwave, like, she's huge on. Like, is there like a second? I feel like you're
Calm.
more, yeah. Well, okay, like Britney Spears and everything. But like, yeah, I identify you more with like 80s synthwave for sure.
Um.
Not that one.
Oh God. Well, you always tell me yours, and I always forget. It's the.
Okay, what about the one that you got the jersey for? That's not actually what it is, but it's memorable. Do you remember when you got the jersey?
Yeah, but it was just blue and white.
Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah, Boston is my favorite team.
Okay, right. So the Bruins. Yeah. Okay. So I did, and it's orange and black and gray.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I'll give you points for that. It's close enough. But yeah, like golden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yours is the Greensboro Grasshoppers.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That's the only one that you can like name. So I'm gonna go with that for you. What is your eye color? Blue.
Yours are
Very bright. Yeah, like we both have blue, but yours are like beautiful blue. Mine are like more muted.
No. I feel like you just have more dimension in yours.
That's a good one.
Like I No, because I don't feel like he has blue eyes. Like I feel like your eyes are like, green and brown and like
All
lots
colors
of
of the rainbow.
all of the colors, but they're blue. They have yellow. It's like hazel but blue.
Yeah. And yours are just like very shade of blue, like that.
Thank you.
What is it? What is something you do that, I guess I wish you wouldn't? You're perfect.
Oh, please. No, be real. Be real.
I guess cuddling in general is like I'm way more so than you. Like, you need your space, and I respect that.
He loves to cuddle. He loves to cuddle.
I know. So I'd say that is maybe a bit more.
It's weird though because like I am very much like a romantic, like how he is, but like yeah, I think like I'm surprisingly like I don't know, it's hard when you're like uncomfortable with your body and stuff, like to have like people like love something that you hate. So yeah, but yeah, I do like I prefer like to be together, but almost like holding hands or like separate.
Yeah.
But
Like, a line.
but yeah, I try.
And I appreciate it. What's her heritage / where's she from?
Oh wait, I have to say something you
yeah.
do. Okay, so Rory does this thing where he has like a little like tick, but I have it too, where like if I'll like sing or hum anything, he'll just get it stuck in his head and he'll just keep saying it and saying it.
It's really bad. Even if I don't like a song or something, like if you do something, I'll just have that in my head, like forever, or at least with the day, and then it'll go on to something else.
So sometimes, like, once I've like heard it, I'll like plant like another little like jingle in his head instead, so we can hear a new
Strategically
one.
put in a new jingle. Yeah, yeah. That's. I mean, I acknowledge. Like I do that. I say I'm gonna not do it, and then, but it is. It's kind of like a tick almost where it just happens. I'm sorry for that.
It's okay.
What's her heritage / where's she from? I mean, true American girl, but with like German heritage, like way down the line, kind of thing. But yeah, no, your roots are kind of like all over the place.
Oh
Where
yeah,
you've
it's
been,
just
like out in California and Pennsylvania, North Carolina, just kind of like all over. I know you have a good answer for this one.
And Rory, even though he's Canadian, which is fabulous, he's Estonian, which is so cool. It's, I don't know, like, it's a really, I think, like, interesting place to be from, and like a beautiful place because it's very like fairies and like magic and alchemy and stones.
The cousins I have, what'd you call them? The woodland fairies?
He has these like cousins that are like, you know, just like blonde, beautiful, like they just stepped out of the woods, and like I was like, oh my god, the fairies. And so ever since then, that's what we call them.
The one of the actual, well, not that we bonded over it, but like you knew an artist that was Estonian, even like as I told you, which was really surprising because Estonia is like really small and you don't expect people to know about it. But it's Curly, right?
Curly, yeah.
So yeah, you want to ask this?
Let's see.
Road trip. We did one.
Did we?
Yeah.
Where?
Here.
When?
Well, to the game. It was kind of a road trip.
Oh yeah, well, to the hockey game. That's not a road trip.
I mean, what? It's a few hours or a couple hours to get there and back. Yeah, I guess that's not really a road trip, but we talk about it a lot about doing something.
In like a classic like red
50s kind of.
like Thelma and Louise style.
We
Or
could
a
do
truck.
one.
That red truck.
Yeah. We could do one like next week. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Nicknames for each other. That one's.
Oh, that we have a good one now for that.
But like the classic one, I feel like is Bubba.
Bubba, always
back.
Bubba. Not a big Bubba.
That's kind
Girl.
of like faded. Not a
Faded
big Bubba
out,
girl.
and Morty and Dottie,
Morty and
are
Dottie,
in.
which I still don't know where that came from. But ever since you said it, we've been doing it.
Yeah, like I just started to say like, oh, Morty, and then whenever he was doing
Morty.
something, and then so.
But yeah, we'll get stuff like that all the time. Where it's just like we'll say a weird little phrase over and over to a point of like insanity, and then it gets. But then we keep doing it.
The sun is like so brutal.
I know,
I know
bad.
it's terrible.
I'm just like,
Dying. Okay, we'll just do a couple more. But other like funny things we say, like we have like TikTok cluster.
TikTok cluster, yeah, for nerd clusters combined with TikTok because watching it while I guess that I don't even think of like the genesis of how it happened. I just like say it as a phrase now.
Well, so I'm obsessed with the nerd gummy cluster candy. Like I'll eat it like every day, a bag a day, and then he thinks I'm obsessed with TikTok. So then every day I just say TikTok cluster, and then we just say it all the time. And we'll just come up with like little phrases and stuff that we do, because I very much am the same with like having that like, you know, thing where we just repeat like the same little phrase.
Even like having pet names like for
like
actual pets, and then it just kind of like spawns into that. Let's see. I can do this one. First thing you noticed about me, like I'll on like a more, because I already talked about like the like train of thought, but like physically 100%, it was like a combination of your hair and eyebrows. It was like just like the biggest thing for me. I thought it was just like adorable. That like for sure the biggest like physical feature that stood out to me was that, and love ever since. What about me? We've established I wasn't handsome.
What? No.
No,
Oh
kidding,
no,
I'm
the
kidding, I'm
video.
kidding.
Okay. No. Not at all. No, I just meant that what I
I'm
liked
kidding.
so much was your personality. But then when I saw him, like he's just such a like classically like just such a sweet like he looked like a prince to me. Like I don't know, like it's like I always compare him to the prince in Snow White. I always think he looks like the prince from that movie. Um, I don't know, Rory. Just and from the first picture, I was like, okay, this guy's cute. So, but even from beyond that, I just think Rory is like so pure and so just a heart of gold, and I think that like shines through his classic features. He has like beautiful classic features.
Thanks. I'm kidding. No, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And same with you.
Thank you.
A pure heart. Yeah, I mean your heart is like the biggest thing. I would say. 100%.
It's very small.
No, you have
I'm
a
like
big
the
heart.
I'm
You're-
like
I mean,
the
you're,
Grinch.
You're very naturally like empathic for like everything. You can see that stand out like right away, and very like engaging. And like you, I mean, in the relationship, you do most of the speaking. I think it's fair to say, but in a good way. Like I think that like balances out really well. Like you're very like inquiring, like always looking to like eat random people on the street. You know, be like is
Compliments.
complimenting and always saying something nice. And I've never seen someone have so many like actual genuine reactions with completely like random people on the street. I think that's one of the things I love about you.
I will admit that I feel like hog the stage for a lot of stuff, but Rory really is my number one supporter. And, he just really like, I feel like takes care of me in so many ways. And just my heart and soul, and just believes in everything I do. And nothing is silly and embarrassing to him. Like any of the pictures, like he's the one holding the camera, and, he just like it's just anything that I like believe in, or have an idea of, he just really supports that always, and that means the world to me. So even though I hog the stage, he's an incredible supporter.
And you're my biggest supporter as well. So it works in tandem.
I love you.
More questions or what?
That can be it if you want.
Let's see if there's one more. 3 things I'm good at. I can do that for you.
Okay.
I'd say, well, I mean, artistically is the big one. I'd say is like in terms of like a professional kind of like thing, just like the most talented and creative person I know, and like in a lot of different areas too. Like there's certain programs you use that you're like using for the first time, and you're like, oh, like I'm way out of my depth or whatever it is, but it always comes across as amazing. And you're very like harsh on yourself for that when you shouldn't. I'd say just naturally being able to like converse with people is like very rare. Like I think even like places you've like worked and stuff, like that's what people like say. It's like you have the ability to like draw people in. And then what's another good one? Like you'd probably say something with like makeup or something. I feel like you think you're really good with makeup, but I think you are, but like I think you also beyond that don't need makeup as well.
Well, I know that like, and it's so like cliche and everything, but really like Rory says all the time that like I'm the most beautiful when I wake up and everything, and like I'm the one that drives the, oh my gosh, I have to put my extensions in, I have to put the makeup on. Like he, it's so nice to just kind of like have someone like, and I think that's something that's really beautiful like about our relationship, is that we're just so comfortable with each other. Like it doesn't have to be like, even like we both have like, well, I don't know if we should say that,
What?
the bathroom stuff.
Oh,
We both have really
Oh my
easy
God.
upset stomachs. Is that okay?
Sure. That's
And no, but I mean, really, because that's something that like couples don't talk about, or like, stuff like that. And like, we're always so supportive with like going to the bathroom and like,
yeah.
like seriously, all that kind of like, stuff that like just as a person, like we never want the other person to feel uncomfortable, and like, just, it just is really lovely to like have that bond with someone, because a lot of times a lot of stuff is like performing, like even like coming on camera is a performance, and like when we're out in the world, but like we don't have to perform when we're together. Like we can just really vibe together and really just like we feel like, I mean, always say like I feel at home with him, like when I'm with
Yeah,
him.
it's identical.
Like if I'm out anywhere and I'm not with him, I'll just always think like, what would this be like if Rory was here? Like I wish Rory was here. Or whenever we do stuff, it just feels really right.
Right. Sure. Yeah. Agree.
3 things for you that you're really good at. So I'm trying to think. I feel like, oh my God, my answers are gonna come off terrible. Okay, you're really good at Scrabble. So I play Scrabble more for like the creativity of the words, but he's more of like a strategist, and he's really good at like getting like 40 points on like a 5-letter word, and like he's really good with strategy.
Yep.
You're really good with sports betting. No, I'm kidding.
I actually don't. I don't really do that much sports betting. I probably should more than I do, honestly. It's
Yeah,
just a bad thing to say.
but he wins when he does. Like the Huddle Buddies thing. And then he's good at like knowing the information of like players and like seeing the trajectory of teams and like all of that. And what else is Rory? Rory's a really good listener. Very empathetic, very caring, very dedicated, loyal listener and supporter, and lover.
You hate that word.
I know. So I said it to make you laugh. I hate that when someone's like, "This is my lover." Like, it's, ugh.
I think I tried to call you that like pretty early,
And I
It's
was
just
like,
no.
no. What's you good at? I mean, you're really good at a lot of things.
The generalist answer.
We're both not good with directions.
That was another question. Not good at.
Oh, yeah.
Directions horrible. Well, you're better at directions than I am.
No way.
I think so.
Literally, he'll be driving, and then I'll be like left, and then I'll be like, wait, no, right. How many times
But
does
no,
that happens?
I'm
a
saying
lot.
like in general, like if you had to get somewhere you've been like a few times before, you'd be good. But like I'm still bad with that. Like I try not to, but like I'll still use like Google Maps or whatever, more than I want to, more than both of us want to. That's so you don't have to be the navigator all the time.
Thank you.
Yes. But yeah, other things you're not good at. I mean, I'd say on the opposite end of my sports stuff, like you can tell the stuff you're not interested in. You're just kind of like, nah. Like you'll try to understand aspects of it, but
I'll just be disengaged completely.
Although I think you did a really good job at the beginning stuff, like in terms of like.
Yeah, I
picking
was
stuff
like,
up.
go, and like I understood the game when I was watching it, and like I could feel like the like at first it was kind of like the like environment was exciting, like all the hockey, because we saw a hockey game, but then it was like I was like noticing the players that were really good, and like I was like, okay, like I know like there's this tension right now, like. And it wasn't even about like the scores. The scores were really close like the whole game. So it wasn't even like that part of it, but it was more like actually watching the players and like seeing like what their strengths were and like between both teams and stuff. So that was interesting. And
I got a hard time.
And we got a hot dog finally. I love hot dogs.
Which-
Just like Jennifer Coolidge, she's like makes me want a hot dog real bad.
That's another one of the things you're good at. Like that impression is like insane. I still don't know how you do that.
Jennifer Coolidge,
Yeah,
yes.
a perfect Jennifer Coolidge. Right? Impressions actually in general, you're really good at. Like, very good at.
Who's someone else that I do that's funny?
That's kind of like the big. Britney Spears is like, it's not funny, but it's like really on point. I would say. Like yeah, when you imitate like her singing, I think it's like very, very similar to that. But yeah, we need to see a baseball game. It's the big one I want to get her out to, for like a proper kind of like experience,
Oh, gosh.
sporting experience. No, but it's like less sports oriented.
The
That's
Greensboro
why we did it. The
Grasshoppers
Greensboro
have to be playing, and they're hopping
They're hopping
in our town.
to the town.
I think I missed saying the last thing of what Rory's good at, but I think overall just being like an amazing person and an amazing boyfriend. He is extremely thoughtful in all of his actions and like gifts for birthdays and like just with so many things. Like, you know, he really like people that I love or really like he's big on like he likes to get cameos and stuff because we love actors and stuff, and like he always listens to people like Barbara Crampton is like a 80s like just
That's
goddess.
someone we like bonded over.
Yeah, we really liked one of H.P. Lovecraft's movies, From Beyond, from the 80s, and she's in that, and she's like a 80s like, you know, cult figure legend. And he got me a cameo of her, which was really lovely and wonderful, and you know, just all kinds of things like that. So just being like the best boyfriend ever.
That's real fun. I still look out for Daryl Hannah. Like I always think that
Always.
maybe she'll pop up on like cameo one of these days, but I don't think she will. But I've always wanted to get her that because I think that would be like the biggest thing. Because like, she literally one of the first things she said was about that in Splash. Like Splash is like I identify that with you completely.
I guess one question I'd say, like, what do you think? I have my answer, but like, what is one? Because we've literally like, I know it's so hot. I'm sorry. We literally like 1 year watched over like 125 movies and TV shows, and we kept like a list of it. But like, so
100,
that's
128. So we could do like a
Oh.
bracket of what our favorite one was, like a bracket tournament, like the sports idea. But yeah, It's just-
and I have like I guess one franchise that I think of. Okay, maybe two questions. So what's like one movie or show that you really associate each other with, and then what's like the best recommendation that one of us has given, like of a movie?
Well, I mean, like Splash, I I associate with you and us because like I think watching that with you for the first time was like one of my favorite memories like ever. But I think like maybe Barbarian comes to mind for us because it was like the circumstances around it. Like we were just kind of like we saw. I don't even remember the first movie. Oh no, it was Don't Worry, Darling. We saw. And then we went out to eat at P.F. Chang's and it was just kind of like.
We were like kind of rushing, kind of not.
Yeah, because we really wanted to see that as well, and I just remember that whole experience and like very late show.
Super late.
That's really memorable. And then like I think Phantasm as the series.
That's what
like,
I was gonna say.
Like it's definitely the big one. Recommend. I mean, I feel like you. A lot of the times it'll just be like. I don't even know if I can think of like one. Like there's so many.
Fried
but
Berry. Remember? I feel
Wait,
like
was that your recommendation? Because like I love
think
that.
so.
I love that movie.
yeah.
But that's the thing. It's like I feel like everything we watch is usually like when I recommend something that like I've watched before, there can be some hit or miss ones.
Discrepancies. The
Discrepancies.
Invitation.
The Invitation.
Horrible. Oh my god. The
Um,
Thing. I like
yeah.
the remake, which I have to force him to watch soon.
Yeah, I haven't watched that yet, but
I do like the ambiance of the Thing.
very nice.
Very nice.
But I'm trying to. I have to give like some kind of answer because there are a lot. But I would say, was Society?
Hmm. I thought we both might have known that one from the 80s, but that's a memorable one for
Yeah.
us.
So yeah, I mean, there's
So
literally
many.
too
There's
many to name, yeah.
so many. But yeah, Phantasm, I was gonna say.
What was the one where she this is really random, but like swallow? You
Yeah,
recommend that? I don't know. That's not like the best one, but it's one of the ones that comes to mind. Where it's like I
stands out.
never would have like watched it. And then you very like yeah, you don't care at all about like scores of anything. You'll just kind of like put anything on if it sounds interesting.
Yeah, like I hate like Rotten Tomatoes and like the Critics' Choice and like
Yeah. I care more, well, I care more about that just to kind of like potentially
it's interesting.
yeah suss out options. But
It's so hot.
yeah, I know.
And the best recommendation I think that you've given me is I just had it and then I lost it. Oh my gosh, I just had it. My mind, it just. Oh my gosh, no! I just had it. And we had watched it. Oh my gosh. Oh, Showgirls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Showgirls was one that I had known of, and I had always kind of like, I remember my best friend in high school like tried to get me to watch, and he was like, Athena, like you'd love this movie, and I just never watched it. And then one day we were on the phone, and then so the movie thing is kind of how we've kept like, you know, like our like, you know, that intimate like connection and bonding and everything is because we'd watch movies over the phone together and just do like 3, 2, 1, go, and we'd both watch the movie. So that's kind of how we kept for all this time, like when we were apart together. So
Do you remember the first one that we watched? It's very yeah.
Under the Shadow.
Very random. Yeah. I think that was from, because like I made a list of Halloween themed, or not Halloween, like horror themed movies for Halloween, and we like went through some of those, and that was the first one for that. Yeah, Under the Shadow. It was pretty good. But yeah, I remember, yeah, just that whole process of like having to press play at the same time.
Oh my
and
gosh.
this whole thing. Yeah, it's kept us going.
So thank you guys so much for watching, and there will be more videos of us to come. And bye.
Guys.